Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Florence Amarebu. How are you all doing? Hope you all are doing great. So guys, today's video I'll be showing us how to cut this simple cowl neck dress. Before we go ahead, I want to appreciate the channel. First, thank you for supporting your girl. So I'm using 3 yards of fabric for the style. This is for the back panel. The satin fabric comes in by, I think, 45 inches by 62 inches wide, I think so. So I cut it into equal halves, using one for the front and one for the back. So the one I'm cutting right now is for the back panel. So I've already map out the starting point, and now I'm marking out the zipper allowance because the dress will be having zipper at the back. So now I'll be going ahead to take the shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement is 18 inches divided by 2, which is 9, and I added the 1 inch. Now I'll be taking the neck width of 3 inches and neck depth of 2.5 inches. I will connect those points, giving us the neck line. Now I'll be coming down at the shoulder. I'll be coming down by 1 inch. Then connect the shoulder to the neck width to give us the shoulder slant. I'll be taking 9 inches for my armhole. I will just connect that. Now that line will serve as the chest line. Now I'll be getting my underbust, which is 15 inches. I will connect 2 points to have a straight line. I went in back to get the shoulder to the nipple point. That will serve as our bust line. Now I will go down to get the half length, which is the waistline, which is 18.5 inches. Connect the points. The next line I want to get right now is the hip line. I'm using 8 inches to get that for the hip line, using the ruler to connect the point. The next line I will go ahead to get is the length of the dress. So I'm using a 38 inches for the length, adding 2 inches, which is 40 inches for the total length. The 2 inches will serve as the hemming line. I will get the 38 inches and the 40 inches for the hemming line. I will connect those points. Now I will want to cover out the armhole. I will impute the shoulder length at the chest line just to square up my line. I will go in, get the midline of 9 inches, which is 4.5. I will now go in by 0.5 just to curve out the armhole curve. But before that, I will impute my circumference measurement, which is 41 divided by 4. Whatever it gives me, I imputed it that, and I added 1.5 for stitching allowance. I will connect those points. Connect that to the 0.5 we went in by the armhole, then once connected to the shoulder slant. Now I will impute my circumference measurement, my bust circumference measurement, just the same thing I did at the chest line, 41 divided by 4, and I will go ahead and impute that for my underbust, which is 38 inches divided by 4. I will go ahead and impute 39 inches divided by 4, that is the waistline, and I'm adding 1.5 stitching allowance. And also at the hip measurement, which is 45 divided by 4, added my 1.5 seam allowance. I will continue imputing that. Now I just want to curve it because it's a straight gown. I just want to curve it at that point, and I will connect those points. want to eliminate the bulging at the zipper allowance size. So at the waistline, I went in by 0.75 or 1 inch, whichever one you want to do. So I will connect that just as you see me doing. I will connect it to the bust line and to the hip line, and I will transfer that 0.75 to the side just as you see me do. I will connect that like so. Now I'm cutting it out. So because we don't have a pattern, we didn't cut this in a pattern, I will need to cut the front. So I will be using a plain paper. Actually, what I use is a gum stay. I will be tracing out that same pattern, the back. But remember to take out the zipper allowance. Remember to remove the zipper allowance as you place the back panel on any white paper material you want to use. So I will go ahead and trace that out. Once again, remember to remove the zipper allowance. You can see I took that. I'm just trying to show us right now. I took the zipper allowance. After tracing it out, I removed the back panel. Now I want to cut out this because we didn't use pattern to cut it. I just want to go straight to cutting it out. I don't want to take extra time in cutting out pattern and placing it on the fabric. So I will just use that to cut the front panel. You see, just the way we traced it out, I will now place it on the back panel just like so. Remember what I said one more time. Remember to take out the zipper allowance. Now I will pin it on the back like so. Pin the white paper on the back panel. Now I will bring in the front panel. Remember, it's unfold. You can see the way I head is folded. I'll bring in the front panel. Now I'll place the back panel on each just as you see me doing. Remember, I make sure there's enough space at the upper part of it. I'm still trying to cross check that our zipper allowance is not included in the front panel. Now I will move the paper. You can see me the way I'm trying to move the paper. If you don't have enough space at the point I'm pointing at, just drag the fabric down to have space, just as you see me doing. Drag the paper down, the fabric down. I'm trying to make sure I have 7 inches. If it's more than 7 inches, your cleavage will show. So just ensure that there is enough. But if you want your cleavage to show, you can go ahead and have like 8 inches or 9 inches. But I took 7 inches because I don't want the cleavage to show. I will go ahead and pin the paper at that point, and I will trace out the shape the way it is right now. I will go ahead and trace it out on the front panel like so. So at that point, the way it is, just draw a straight line at the shoulder. At the shoulder, just draw a straight line, just the way you see me do. And you also draft out the shoulder because the shoulder will be in a kind of slant form. Now I will continue to trace it out. Make sure you mark out your shoulder. You can see at that point I will notch it when I'm cutting it out. Now I'm taking out the paper and I will cut the front panel. At that point I will notch it and I will continue to cut it out. So we're done with cutting it out. Now what I would do, next thing I would go ahead to do is to cut out facing for the front panel. I've already gone ahead to cut the facing for the back panel. Just place the fabric on the on the same fabric. If you want the same fabric, if you not enough, you can use another fabric and cut out the shape. So I'm just chalking it out. I will chalk out 0.5 like so. I will stitch on that chalked line. So I've gone ahead to cut out first facing also for the front. So you can see the way the shape is. So I went down at the armhole, I went down by 2 inches after the armhole. Then I cut it out. I will place it like so, open it up, open up the facing also on the right side, facing the right side, and I will chalk 0.5 and I will stitch on that line. I have gone ahead to attach the facing, at the same time attach the zipper. If you notice there is the dart, I went ahead to attach that to get the dart also on the gown, just to give it a good nice shape at the back. So I've done that for the front panel, gave it a good press. The next thing I will go ahead to do now is to get the shoulder. I place the shoulder of the front panel and that of the back panel, the right side facing each other. I will use 0.5 to hold it together. I'm just using one of the shoulder. I will wrap it around the rest of the shoulder, hold it together, ensuring that it is equal, and I will use 0.5 to hold it together. That way you will hide the stitches on the shoulder. I will do the same on the other side of the other shoulder, and I'll use 0.5 inches. I've gone ahead to do that. The next thing is to hold these two sides together. I've done that. That's the way it's looking. The next thing we'll be doing right now is to attach the sleeve. But before attaching the sleeve, we want to cross check your shoulder one more time that it is the right measurement. So I'm holding the two shoulders just the way you see me do, bringing it together like so, ensuring that it is relaxed. I will bring in my tape and I will measure my shoulder one more time before attaching my sleeve. So my shoulder is supposed to be 18 inches, which is 9. I will go ahead, chalk the 9 inches right there, then add my 1 inch for stitching allowance. You can see the excess that is there. You see the two chalks. So you see the extra stitch that I will have to take out just to curve out the armhole. So I will go ahead and give it a good curve. Give it nice curve at the armhole. If you watch the way I'm cutting it, I cut the front out first before I will cut the back. That way to ensure that it is relaxed before cutting. Then I will go ahead and cut out the back. Now to cut the other side of the shoulder, I will bring in the side that I have cut already. I will place it on this other side to use it to trace it out. Just watch what I'm doing, you will understand what I'm trying to say. So I will make sure it is laid flat, relaxed. Then I will bring in the other side I have shaped. Now place it on the other side just as you see me doing. That way you will curve out your armhole neat and nice. I will chalk it out, trace it out like so, and I will cut it out. That way it will be equal. One will not be longer than the other. It will be the same measurement. Just as I said, I cut out one side first, so I will be able to see the lower side of it. Now you can see the way it's looking. I have cut it out, shaped the armhole. Now the next thing is to cut out the sleeve. Before cutting out the sleeve, I will go ahead to measure out the armhole, and it gives me 10 1/4. So this is the one. This is fabric we use for the armhole. So I will go ahead. You can see I folded it into equal half, then fold it the other way. So I'm having 4 folded together because I wanted to cut the sleeves at the same time. Now I'll be, for the sleeve cap, I will be going down by 3.5. I will connect those points, have a straight line. Now I'll be inputting my armhole measurement, which we got 10.25. I will just input that 10.25 at that point, and I will connect it to the sleeve at that sleeve cap angle. After connecting the sleeve cap angle, I will have my midline. After having my midline, I will go up by 0.5, and I will also come down on the other side at 0.5. This is just a simple sleeve. I'm just trying to, I've done this video before, but I will just trying to do it one more time for my new subscribers to see. I will connect it the way you see me do. I'm adding 1 inch for sewing allowance. I will advise not to add any other stitching allowance to that point because it's not necessary, but I did, but it's okay. Now I'm trying to get the length of my sleeve. I added 1.5 to the length of my sleeve because I will be using an elastic band of 1 inch. So make sure you have enough to bend your sleeve and insert your elastic band. So I will just connect the sleeves just as you see me doing, like so, and I will cut it out. If you have watched up to this point and you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video. You will be the first to be notified, and please don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up if you find this video useful. So just as I said, I'm having 2 sleeves together, so I'll go ahead. This is the way I'll be folding it so as to insert my elastic band. I have a 1 inch elastic band using a safety pin. Once I fold it like so, after stitching it down like so, stitching it like so, just a little bit at the top right there that the chalk is. After stitching it right there, I will use my, with the help of my safety pin, I will insert it through that hole. I have done that, and this is the way it's looking on both sleeves. So the next thing I will do right now is to go ahead and attach the sleeves onto the dress, just like so, on both sides, and I will come back and show us the way it's looking. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comment section. Let us meet down there and let me know if you'll be trying out this style. Thank you all. Bye.